Fall asleep on a luxury sleeper train across Japan. A sleep story. Close your eyes. Take a long, slow breath in. Hold it for just a moment and let it go. Let your hands rest wherever they are comfortable. There is nowhere you need to be, nothing you need to finish, nothing waiting for your attention. For the next little while, the world can continue without you. Tonight, you are traveling across Japan, not in a hurry, not rushing from one place to another, but slowly, comfortably, on one of the most beautiful overnight trains in the country. A train that will carry you through cities and mountains, rivers and forests, while you sleep. And all you have to do is enjoy the ride. It is a little after 9 in the evening. You are standing inside the station. Even at this hour, the station feels alive. Not busy in the frantic way it was earlier in the day. Not crowded with rushing commuters, but alive in a calmer way. The kind of life that belongs to a city preparing for night. The ceiling arches high above you. Warm lights shine across polished floors. Electronic signs glow softly in Japanese and English. Somewhere nearby, a train arrives. You hear the gentle chime that plays before the doors open. Then the sound of passengers stepping onto the platform. A suitcase wheel rolling over smooth tiles. A quiet conversation. The soft voice of an announcement drifting through the station. You take your time. There is no reason to hurry. Your train will not leave for another 20 minutes. Nearby, a small bakery is preparing to close. A worker carefully arranges the last few pastries behind the glass display. The smell of fresh bread lingers in the air. Sweet buns, butter, warm dough. The scent mixes with the faint aroma of coffee from a nearby cafe. A businessman sits alone at a table. His jacket hangs over the back of his chair. A nearly empty coffee cup rests beside him. He looks tired but content, as though he has completed everything he needed to do today. A cleaning robot glides slowly across the floor. It moves quietly, almost silently. Its small lights blink gently as it goes about its work. No one pays much attention to it. It is simply part of the rhythm of the station. Outside the large station windows, Tokyo sparkles. Thousands upon thousands of lights stretch into the distance. Office buildings, apartment towers, hotels, restaurants, tiny side streets, all glowing beneath the night sky. The city feels endless, and yet somehow peaceful. You hear another announcement. This one is for your train. The Sunrise Express, Japan's famous overnight sleeper train. One of the last true sleeper trains still operating in the country. You make your way toward platform 9. The platform is calm. Passengers wait quietly. Some stand beside small suitcases. Others sit on benches. No one seems rushed. No one seems impatient. Everyone appears to understand that the journey itself is part of the experience. Then you see it. The train, its smooth, cream-colored body stretches along the platform. Bands of deep red run beneath the windows. Soft interior lights glow from inside. The train seems elegant without trying to be. Confident, comfortable, patient, as though it has made this journey hundreds of times before. Which of course it has. You step aboard. Immediately, a gentle warmth surrounds you. The air inside feels comfortable. Not too warm, not too cool, just enough to make you want to settle in. The corridor is softly lit. Carpet muffles every footstep. The atmosphere is quiet, almost like entering a small hotel. You find your private sleeping compartment. The door slides open smoothly, and you step inside. The room is compact, but wonderfully designed. Every centimeter has a purpose. A comfortable bed occupies most of the space. Fresh white sheets have already been prepared. A thick pillow rests neatly at one end. A folded blanket waits nearby. Beside the bed is a large window, your own private view of Japan throughout the night. You place your bag in the corner, remove your shoes, and sit down. The mattress feels surprisingly comfortable. Outside the window, the platform remains visible. Passengers continue boarding. A young couple carefully stores their luggage. An elderly man opens a paperback novel. A mother adjusts her daughter's scarf before helping her onto the train. Small moments, ordinary moments, yet somehow beautiful. Perhaps because travel encourages you to notice things you normally overlook. The train remains still for a few more minutes. You lean back against the pillow. Outside, station staff bow politely to departing passengers. A final announcement echoes along the platform. Then, almost without warning, the train begins to move, so gently that at first you barely notice. Just the slightest shift, a subtle sensation beneath you. Then the platform begins to slide away. Slowly, steadily, the station drifts past your window. The lights, the signs, the passengers, all moving away into the distance. And before long, Tokyo Station is behind you. The journey has begun. The train glides through the city. Tokyo at night is a fascinating sight. Apartment windows glow like tiny lanterns, each one offering a brief glimpse into another life. A woman waters a plant near her balcony. A man watches television while eating a late dinner. A student studies at a desk beneath a bright lamp. Each scene appears for only a moment, then disappears behind you. You find yourself imagining their stories, wondering what kind of day they had, wondering whether they realize a sleeper train is passing outside their window right now. Soon the city begins to change. The towering office buildings become smaller. Residential neighborhoods appear. Rows of houses, quiet streets, convenience stores glowing brightly on street corners, vending machines standing like tiny beacons in the darkness. Japan's famous vending machines seem to appear everywhere, even at this hour, even in the quietest places. Some shine blue, others white, small islands of light, waiting patiently through the night. The train rocks gently beneath you, a soft side-to-side motion, almost like being carried on calm water. You pull the blanket over your legs. Outside, a narrow river appears. Moonlight dances across its surface. The water reflects passing lights in long, shimmering ribbons. For several minutes, the train follows the river, the two traveling together through the darkness. Then the river bends away, and the train continues alone. The city grows quieter. The spaces between buildings become larger. Small forests appear, dark silhouettes of trees against the night sky. Rice fields stretch away into darkness. Though you cannot see every detail, you sense their presence. Flat, open spaces, waiting for morning sunlight, waiting for another day. Inside the train, everything has become wonderfully quiet. The occasional distant footstep in the corridor, the gentle hum of the air conditioning, the rhythmic sound of wheels moving across rails, a sound that quickly becomes comforting. Steady, predictable, almost musical, the kind of sound that tells your mind it is safe to relax, safe to rest, safe to let go. You lie back fully now, your head resting against the pillow, the blanket pulled a little higher. The window beside you frames the passing night, a world of sleeping towns, moonlit rivers, distant mountains, and somewhere ahead, deep in the darkness, the beautiful landscapes of rural Japan waiting for you. The train knows the way. The train continues south through the night. Tokyo is far behind you now. The bright towers, the busy streets, the endless sea of lights, all of it has gradually faded into the darkness behind the train. Outside your window, the world feels different now. Quieter, slower, more spacious. The towns are smaller. The roads are narrower. The distances between lights have grown larger. Every now and then, the train passes a small station, a single platform, illuminated by a handful of lamps, a station building no larger than a family home. Most are completely empty at this hour. No waiting passengers, no conversations, just a station clock ticking through the night, a vending machine glowing softly beneath the roof, and perhaps a bicycle resting against a fence nearby. The train rarely slows. The platforms drift past your window in silence. Names appear briefly on signs, then disappear into darkness once more. You watch one station pass, then another, and another, each one a tiny place in the vast network of railways that connects the entire country. Somewhere in those quiet towns, people are sleeping, children dreaming beneath warm blankets, shopkeepers resting before another day, farmers preparing to wake before sunrise. The train carries you gently through their world, without disturbing any of it. Outside, clouds begin to drift across the moon. The landscape darkens. The reflection in your window grows stronger. Now you can see the soft amber light of your compartment. The pillow, the blanket, your own relaxed reflection, looking peacefully back at you. For a moment, it almost feels as though there are two journeys taking place. One outside, through forests and villages, and another inside, a journey toward rest, toward stillness, toward sleep. The rocking of the train becomes even more noticeable. Not rough, not sudden, just a gentle movement, a slow rhythm, almost like breathing. Back and forth, the kind of motion that seems designed specifically to help people fall asleep. You understand now why sleeper trains have always been loved by travelers. Hotels can be comfortable, airplanes can be efficient, but sleeper trains possess something unique. They move while you rest. They turn travel itself into part of the dream. A soft knock sounds somewhere down the corridor. A compartment door slides open, then closes again. The sounds are muted by distance, small reminders that other travelers are sharing this peaceful journey with you. Somewhere nearby, a family has already settled in for the night. You occasionally hear a quiet laugh, the soft voice of a parent speaking to a child. Then silence returns. You imagine a little boy looking excitedly out his own window, trying to stay awake, determined not to miss anything, only to fall asleep moments later beneath a blanket, his adventure continuing in dreams. The thought makes you smile. The train crosses a river. This one is wider than the last. Moonlight breaks through the clouds just long enough to illuminate the water. For several seconds, the entire river shines silver, the surface smooth and glass-like. The reflection follows the train as though trying to keep pace. Then the moon slips behind clouds once again, and the silver ribbon disappears into darkness. Far in the distance, you notice mountains. At first, they are difficult to see, only faint outlines against the sky. But gradually, they become clearer, dark shapes rising above the horizon. Patient, ancient, watching over the countryside. Japan is a country of mountains. Much of its land rises and folds into ranges and valleys. Even tonight, as you travel through darkness, you can feel their presence. The train begins a gentle climb. Nothing dramatic, just enough that you notice the engine working slightly harder. A low hum beneath the floor, a reassuring vibration. The train follows a winding route through the landscape, around hills, along rivers, between forests. Every curve feels smooth, every movement deliberate. The people who designed these railways understood something important. Travel should be comfortable. Travel should be graceful. Travel should feel effortless. You pull the blanket a little higher. It is wonderfully warm. Outside, the temperature has dropped considerably. Though you cannot feel the cold directly, you can sense it. The clear night sky, the mountain air, the dark forests, all suggesting a world that has grown colder, while you remain comfortably sheltered inside. A few minutes later, a train attendant quietly passes through the corridor. You glimpse her through the narrow glass panel in your door. She moves carefully, almost silently, checking compartments, making sure everything is in order. A small flashlight rests in her hand, its beam directed toward the floor, so it disturbs no one. For a moment, she pauses, looking out a nearby window, perhaps admiring the same mountains, perhaps simply enjoying a peaceful night. Then she continues on her way. The train rolls deeper into the countryside. The towns become even smaller now. Clusters of houses appear occasionally, a handful of lights glowing warmly against the darkness. Some homes have gardens, others sit beside narrow roads. A few are surrounded by fields. You notice how peaceful everything seems. No traffic, no noise, only quiet lights beneath the stars. You wonder what life feels like in these places, far from the crowds of Tokyo, far from the rush of large cities. Perhaps slower, perhaps simpler, perhaps exactly what some people need. The mountains grow closer. The moon emerges once again. This time, the view is breathtaking. A broad valley opens beside the train. The moonlight spills across it like pale silver paint. Forests cover the slopes. A river winds through the center. Mist gathers above the water. Thin ribbons of white drifting silently through the darkness. The scene feels almost unreal, like something from an old painting or a dream. The train follows the valley for many minutes. You cannot stop watching. Every turn reveals another beautiful view, another river bend, another hillside, another quiet village sleeping beneath the stars. Eventually, the valley narrows. The mountains draw closer. The train enters a tunnel. Instantly, the window becomes a mirror. The outside world disappears. Only darkness remains. The sound changes. The steady rhythm of wheels echoes from the tunnel walls. The vibration deepens slightly. You feel it through the mattress, through the pillow, through the blanket wrapped around you. Somehow, it is even more relaxing than before. The tunnel feels protective, safe, like passing through the heart of the mountain itself. You close your eyes, just for a moment, listening, feeling, breathing. The train continues onward, carrying you through rock that has existed for millions of years. Then, without warning, moonlight returns. The train emerges from the tunnel. The mountains open once more, and now you notice something new. Snow. At first, only small patches, white shapes resting in shadows, then larger stretches, snow covering fields, snow resting on rooftops, snow gathered along the edges of forests. The higher elevations received an early snowfall, and under the moonlight, everything seems to glow. The landscape has become quieter somehow, softer. The snow absorbs sound, even from inside the train. You can almost feel the stillness it creates. A farmhouse appears, its windows glowing warmly. Smoke rises from a chimney. The sight lasts only a few seconds, before it slips away into darkness. Yet it leaves an impression, a feeling of comfort, of warmth against cold, of home. The train continues. Steady, patient, faithful, the snow-covered world drifts past your window. The mountains stand silent beneath the stars. Your breathing slows. The blanket feels heavier now, not because it has changed, but because your body is relaxing more deeply, sinking further into comfort, further into rest. The sounds of the train blend together. The wheels, the rails, the engine, the soft movement of air through the compartment. Together, they create a rhythm, a gentle song of travel, a lullaby carried across the Japanese countryside. And somewhere ahead, beyond the mountains and forests and sleeping villages, dawn waits patiently. But dawn is still many hours away. There is no need to think about it yet. For now, there is only the train, the warmth, the darkness beyond the window, and the endless peaceful journey through the heart of Japan. You settle deeper into the pillow. The train knows the way, and all you have to do is rest